How's it going, guys? We're here to check out my skin picks for the week. Sorry the video's late, but my schedule is completely switched around right now, and it is just blah. So we are starting out with this awesome set brought to us by Hypershot, and it is the Glory set. We've got the Glory mask and chest and gloves. So yeah, this thing is awesome. I love it. It has a very kind of Punisher mixed with like Crossbones from Marvel kind of feel. So you got this awesome detailed skull mask, and I like that it's white. There's not a lot of like bright white colored things, and I think it just kind of says I don't care if you see me. And it's just it's a really nice set. There's lots of little details to it too, which I think are quite nice. I'd like the spine on the back quite a bit. I think it's really cool looking. And these gloves are just really great because there's not really any white gloves. There's the wraps, but they're kind of dirty. They look like there's sweat and blood on them. And this is just a really nice, clean white glove. And it's just really neat. I like the skull here. And I think it's just, yeah, it's altogether a really, really cool looking set. Now, we also have a hoodie and pants set here. And we've got this awesome set right here brought to us by Raven. It's the Engineers set. And I like the various materials that it's made out of. I like that the leather looks torn up, like the full symbol isn't there with that. And it's got this little armband with the symbol. And you can see it's just kind of put together by like leather, and there's like padding, and it's just really kind of cobbled together, and I think it just looks really great because of that. I also like looks like there's a bullet hole in the butt. Staples, that doesn't look very comfortable to like sit on. it's all together. Whoa, 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 hello. A just really good looking set. And another thing I notice is it kind of goes quite well with this. Look at that. Now you really do kind of look like Crossbones. Like, it's just together, these look absolutely amazing. I'm hoping we get to see all of it, but that's kind of a lot of skins. I mean, we get like, what, 6 to 8 skins? That's 5 skins right there. So we'll have to see how it goes. Now, let's go ahead and check out the deployables. We've got a new furnace from Vitalik, and as you'd expect, it's pretty awesome. We've got this mossy lighthouse. Words are not working for me, and it looks so good. And you can have your own little personal lighthouse, and that's the name of it, which is great. So we're going to turn it dark here just so you can see the furnace while it's lit at night. And there we go. Look at that. This is a really nice little lighthouse. And yeah, this is cool. I mean, the lighthouse is quite a bit of a symbol, I think, for the Rust game, and it would just be really cool to see this little furnace pop into the game. I think it would sell quite well. Next up, we've got a new rug, and this rug is a little familiar looking. If you guys haven't realized by now by staring at it, is the Bandit set from La Crempe, and there's an awesome garage door. I just really love this rug, mostly because it makes such a cool looking banner, and I think he did a really good job on it. This would be a cool thing to set up if you want that kind of like Raider look, and I'm saying a lot, but I really want to see this one in the game. Like, this is one I really, really want to see. So hopefully, hey, maybe help can make an exception and let a rug skin in, because we haven't had one for ages. Next up, we've got a box from a newcomer, and this box is the digital security box brought to us by Nafets. And I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's one of those things that just looks like it would fit really well into the game. It's got this little digital interface set up that you know, it's nice. It's different from other things. There's a few boxes that look similar but not quite, and I think this would be a good seller. People tend to kind of like this look. Kind of like industrial, kind of tough looking box kind of thing. A lot of people love this, so I think it would be a good item to sell for this week. Now, this week I couldn't decide between 2 rocks. You guys have been messaging me like crazy on this one, and I absolutely love this rock. Now, also, look at these gloves. The gloves just look amazing, except for that weird clipping right now. So, not to distract from the other items we're showing off, we'll take the gloves off. And I just love this rock. It's got Hapis, Restopia. It's just a really good job. I think Diva Dan did an amazing job on it, and it's definitely one that I would love to see in game. Next, we've got a super silly rock brought to us by Stabby, and it is a hamburger rock. I love it. It's absolutely awesome. He's calling it the big effing burger rock, and it's great. I mean, you can beat people to death with a turkey. Why not a hamburger, right? I mean, it just kind of fits. Next up, from Johnny, we've got this awesome looking Absolute Zero ice pick. It's really cool. It's got the Absolute Zero and Cobalt written right there where your hand is, and it's an icy ice pick. And we haven't really gotten an ice pick for a while, so I think it would be a nice thing to actually see one of these in game. This is definitely a really nice looking one. There's also another one from Bad Trip out there, but this one's been sitting around for a while, so I wanted to cover it because it's a really nice pick. Next, from Ignore Moose, we've got this crazy little party Ioka, and it just looks like a kid painted it, and it's just cobbled together. It's the party pooper Ioka, and it's just crazy, and I love it. And it probably isn't something that's not going to make it in, but hey, the Rainbow Sword did too, so who knows? It does not glow, and it's a crazy little thing. I love it. It fits into the comedy of Rust, and hopefully it has a chance. Next, we've got this awesome Tsar, and let's get some better light here. There we go. And first of all, it's very different with it's kind of cleaned up. All the parts that are kind of like this light blue color, it just looks really nice. And this is the experimental Tsar brought to us by Shed. And I think Shedman did a really good job with it. It's got these cool circuitry all over it. I like the red dots on the various parts of the site. And of course they don't glow or anything, and it's really nice. And we don't have too many cut-off SARs, so this would be a neat thing to have, or stockless, I should say. Next, we've got a AK brought to us by Ioka Warrior, aka also known as Zinferno. And this is the Clockwork AK. Now, for a while, we haven't really had any kind of steampunkish looking skins. This one just looks really nice, but it's different enough from the steampunk AK to where I think it could make a good addition into the game. It has a red painted sight. It is not a glow sight. And the other thing I like is the steam gauge at the back of it, which is just really cool looking. And it is a cutoff AK, so there aren't a whole lot of those stockless AKs out there, and I think this would be a nice fit into the game. Oh, then we gotta switch these items. So we got 3 last guns. Of course, the Cold Hunter Bolt sat there last week, and a lot of you guys messaged me, how come you didn't show it? Well, Hulk doesn't like accepting things, you know, back to back from the same sets too often because it gets stale. So I gave it a little break and decided to show it this week, and I mean, what else is there to say? It's part of the Cold Hunter set. Mad Rose has done an amazing job on it, and it is great looking. So, I mean, it is what it is. Everyone loves a new Bolty. There aren't too many Bolty skins out there, and this one's pretty much a no-brainer. Next, we've got this cool-looking LR. It's, of course, skulls, blah, 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 skulls, skulls, skulls. But this is the Infected LR version 2 from Hatson. And I think it's just really nice. It kind of has like a bronzed look to it. It's a little bit different in the colors and so forth. And I think that it makes it unique enough to where it would be cool. Plus, I mean, you know, those who knock on skulls, you can knock on it. But people like skulls. Skulls sell. So in that aspect, it's kind of a no-brainer. Lastly, we've got the Slime Launcher from Teddy. And I mean, oh, I love the red and black. The slime with a little bit of caution tape. I also love, you know, apparently whoever's had this has gotten 5 rocket kills, which is pretty cool. Aiming down, there's a red sight. The rocket launcher has a glow sight. No, I'm kidding, it doesn't glow, but it does have a painted sight, which is pretty cool. The slime does not glow on. Excuse me, the slime does not glow on it, but I believe there is a glowing version. I decided to show the one that isn't, just because Hulk likes to make the glowing skins a little bit more rare. So by showing off the non-glowing version, it can still get some publicity and probably has a better chance of getting into the game. So, I just love this rocket launcher. We haven't gotten any for a while, and I think this one is probably the best I've seen since that Cobalt rocket launcher. So hopefully rocket launchers can get a tiny bit of love, since there hasn't been any for a while. So that's going to do it, guys. Those are our skins for the week. Let me know which ones you liked and why, or if you have any kind of feedback, feel free to leave it to me to pass on to the devs or the artists, or you can go ahead and comment directly on the link in the description below. Be sure to vote for your favorite ones to give them some extra publicity, and we'll be back on Thursday or Friday whenever the skins are accepted to show you which ones actually made it into the game. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time. Have a good one.